At 9:30.
Let's get this show going, man.
Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy Podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans by fans, with your hosts, Jesse Martin.
The Cowboys are finished, you understand me?
John Taman.
Pull down my trousers and do your job.
Scott Hartley.
Well, that was fucking dreadful.
And occasionally, Keith Gray.
So many social engagements, so little time.
And now, your host, John Taman.
Yeah, that's me. I'll tell you something. I got my fucking allergies are kicking my ass, and it's one of those things where you don't know if it's a cold or your allergies or the Rona or what. And if it was just the same as everybody else, I'd be taking a fucking nap right now. But instead, I'm going to be here to tell y'all how to lose your money betting on football this weekend, I guess. How did we do last week, Scotty? By the way, over here to my right today is my good friend Jesse. How are you, bud?
Oh, fantastic.
You always sound fantastic.
Fantastic.
You're the most exuberant person I've ever heard.
He loves it.
It's hard to
He loves
contain him, Scott.
It is. So I'll go through the scores. I'll go through the scores on the doors then. So Jesse Martin, 11 correct predictions last week. Very good.
I guess if you can do that, you don't have to speak too loud at all, huh?
10 predicted correctly. And then for me, I got 12 somehow. And I think the one that I got was I actually predicted Arizona to beat Dallas for some.
I think you did, didn't you?
And I don't know why. So I've looked back at the betting and we've worked that out. So on the betting returns front, John, you put down $800 and your return was $1,512.50. So $712.50 profit. Jesse, $800 also you put down. Your return was $1,650. $850 profit. Well done. That's a salute. You are the winner of this week's betting. And for me, I put down $1,050 and a stupid $300 bet on the Jags to win. My return was $1,512.50, so $462.50 profit.
So we are in the red by a good margin last week.
Absolutely. So overall,
in the black.
On the black. Overall on the scores, Jesse, you have one overall win from last week. John, you're on 0, and I won this week with the predictions. So it's 1-1 moving into this week. All to play for everybody.
There you go. So if you're betting on which one of us are winning, hey, man, I don't even know. Does we're not going to mention any of them until they start sponsoring us, but does anybody have odds on who wins this particular matchup between the Bleeding Burgundy podcast experts?
I think it was Jesse last week by about 4, I think, of the weeks. Yeah, I think he won by about 4 weeks.
No, we're just hitting our stride. All right, then. We might as well jump right on in.
But it's kind of strange because in my work pool, to give you a little work pool update, and this is against the spread, I correctly picked 13 out of the 16 games. And only got 11 this one. That's why I usually have mine lined up pretty good with this in my work pool. So as I was trying to figure out, I'll talk to you.
I'll tell you which ones it is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the honest
later.
I actually got all 16 of them right, and I get all 16 of them right every week. I just always I botch it here on the show just so people don't see through the veneer and realize that I'm from outer space and can see the future.
Hang on.
And I've got cold medicine running through me.
Sure.
You might not be able to tell.
So you put Minnesota. That wasn't one.
Tell you what.
New England laying the points. I don't know if that was one or not. I'll have to look back at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we see
Scott. Well, because you booked Indianapolis for the win. That was a good shout. Well done.
There he is, going over the figures, double checking his math.
Let me see. I am double checking my maths now as well. Yeah, making sure.
An expert at concentration, just watching an artist at
it's right. It's 11. Yeah.
All right.
Taylor Swift.
Get that algorithm going, John. Yeah, absolutely.
My wife's gonna hit me with her shoe. She doesn't even watch any of this shit, and she's so sick of the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift crap.
Everywhere.
So, all right. I guess we should jump right in.
Yeah, let's go with let me
who we got first?
Get up the brand real quick, and where is our first game? And we'll start over across the pond in London. It's in London, right? Yeah.
It is the London game, yeah.
It's at Tottenham, Wembley Stadium.
It's at Wembley Stadium, this one, yeah.
The Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a boring game, to say the least. But it's the pseudo home game of the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's pretty much England's home team right now, since they're the most. Now, I want to ask Scotty this, because I know that his wife is a Jacksonville Jaguars fan. Why the fuck didn't you take your wife to go see the game?
Yeah, what's the matter?
I just couldn't get tickets, and obviously I could have got tickets from the boys. And to be honest with you, by the time you get there, book a hotel, go through everything, watch the game, spend all your money there, I'd probably be cheaper going to watch Washington.
Jesus.
That's not a joke. There's a train strike on as well this weekend.
Fantastic.
Pretty much the only way I would have got there. I think Scouse is going to this one, and he actually has to get a rail replacement bus service from Manchester Airport. So, or he's getting a National Express, or I can't remember which one. So he's getting a coach for 5 hours to London, which is not ideal. I couldn't
imagine spending 5 hours in a bus with Scouse, let alone Scouse spending 5 hours alone.
You're in there for a half an hour, and he looks at you and goes, "Hey, pull my finger." And fuck everybody. That's the
8 hours on a plane with him each way. Yeah, he's all right. Bless him. But yeah, I think it's expensive. I think it's expensive day out, to be fair. So fair play to everybody who's going, but yeah, not for me.
So when they're over there, do they have to refer to themselves as the Jaguars, or are they allowed to?
Yeah, the Jaguars. Yeah, no, that's
Jaguars,
what we refer to.
That's what they have to call themselves.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Jaguars are favored by 3. The over-under is 43.5. The Jags haven't really looked as good as they did last year. Something's going on. But Desmond Ridder is terrible too. I like Jacksonville's defense in this game to contain the running, because that's all the Falcons have, to be honest with you. And they really didn't run the ball that well last week. So I'm going to take Jacksonville, lay the points. I like the under in this game just because it's over across the pond, and things kind of get funny when teams play over there.
People drive on the wrong side of the road over there. Yeah. Everything's weird.
It's the right side.
But I'm not too certain on this game, so I'll put 50. I'll put 50 on the Jaguars laying the points. I'll lean towards the under, but I'm not going to bet that.
You're not going to bet the under. You're just going to lay the points, are you?
Yeah.
Jesse. Okay, so Jesse Jacks lay points of 50. Nice. John.
The Jags are beat up, man. They've got a laundry list of injuries. They look like like a Jay Gruden Redskins team, man. They're just all beat up. They're all hurt. Trevor Lawrence hasn't quite gotten it going. And look, man, Ridder hasn't been terrible. They just haven't been getting to the wideouts. And I'm going to go ahead and drop this bit of knowledge on you. But Drake London in London is going to go off. Bijan Robinson will be following through. And I do pick the Atlanta Falcons, and I'll take the points, and I'll drop $50 on that in this game. They're going to win outright. And Younghoe Koo might kick the winning field goal. Younghoe Koo.
The injury report for Jacksonville, Zay Jones is out. So is linebacker Devin Lloyd and defensive back Antonio Johnson. Cordell Patterson is questionable for the Falcons, and Josh Ali is out with an ankle injury, a wide receiver.
I like the
Falcons that I've never heard of before.
It's not so much that I even really like the Falcons in this game. It's just that I don't like the Jaguars in this game. They have been they're walking through peanut butter all damn year so far, and nothing's gotten going for them.
Yeah, they were pretty terrible against Houston last week. I did have to laugh
beat
at
their
that.
ass.
Whose game was worse, ours or Houston's? We were both watching him at the same time. But yeah, obviously I took Rule and took the big telly, as you'd expect. But for me, this is Jacksonville going to win this game, just purely because they've done this more than the Falcons have done this. Home field, if you like. Not really an advantage, but they're used to being over here. So I won't put any money on it. I'm just going to take Jacksonville for the win.
Right. So you think that the middle of the third quarter tea time is going to really disrupt the Falcons' rhythm?
Yeah, everyone jumps off for a crumpet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's silly ass shit that they got to stop in the middle of the second quarter, bring the queen across the field. Oh, the king.
Game of the day. This for me.
Hello, everyone.
Game of the day.
Yeah, this game of the week to me, Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills, as we all witnessed the Buffalo Bills dismantle the Washington Commanders last week. It was pretty easy goings for the Bills to get to 2-1. Now comes to town. Now comes the Miami Dolphins, who hung 70 on the Denver Broncos. I mean, I don't care who you
37
are.
The week before, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't care who you are. Laying 70 against an NFL team, no matter how bad that they are, is impossible. It hasn't been done in quite some time. Miami's been impressive, man. That offense, they might have the best offense in the entire league right now. Tyreek Hill's a freaking animal. This over under is freaking 53 and a half.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But the
that
Bills
sounds good.
The Bills are favored by 3 points in this, and I'm staying away from this game. I'm not putting no money on it because I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. But I kind of like Miami in it. Just a little bit. Just I'm gonna pick them to win. I don't know what I'm gonna pick in my work pool yet. It's going to be a last minute, see the final injury report type of deal. Jordan Poyer, I think, is out of this game, so that's got to be concerning for the Buffalo Bills. But yeah, I like Miami in this game.
Well, tomorrow's October the 1st, which is the official first day of winter in Buffalo, and they're expecting, I think, maybe 7 or 8 feet of snow. You never know with that place. But now Miami, man, they just look like they can't be stopped right now. Tua looks like he can do practically anything. I'm telling you what, he could catch the snap, stick it in his butthole, fart the ball over the line of scrimmage, and it would be caught by Tyreek Hill and taken in for a touchdown. Nothing that they do doesn't work. You see that little no-look fucking shuffle pass he did last week?
When he looked at Tyreek Hill and still carried on.
And he did the shovel pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is it a shuffle pass or a shovel pass? I've never known.
Shovel.
I think it's shovel pass, yeah, but I like the sound of shuffle pass because that's what that looked like. He was shuffling everybody around on that one. And yeah, Miami looks like a Super Bowl contender. Buffalo looks like a Super Bowl contender. This is going to be a freaking awesome game, and it's probably going to be right on time at the same time as the game I want to watch. So
it is.
Yeah,
it's a 1 o'clock game
for Miami. Linebacker Jordan Phillips is out. And we've got a bunch of people that are questionable. Deshaun Elliott, safety. Salvin Ahmed is questionable with the groin. And tackle Taron Armstead is questionable with the back. And like I said before, the only injury of note for the Buffalo Bills is Jordan Poyer, which is a big injury. Let's not pretend it's not. It's definitely.
No, it's a huge injury.
Yeah,
it is. Especially having to deal with these wide receivers.
Yeah,
is Waddle going to play? I didn't.
Yeah, Waddle's playing. Yeah, Waddle's playing. So that it's. Yeah, I got to give it to Miami, man. I got to. How can you not after putting 70?
Mike McDaniel's got a bit of a dick in him, doesn't he? He's
he
bit
does.
of a dick, man.
He does.
That's all right.
So are you taking Miami then, John?
Oh yeah, I'm taking Miami. What's the spread on this? I didn't actually.
Bills are favored by 3.
Bills are favored by 3. I will take the Dolphins and the 3 points. I'll put $100 down on that, and I will put another $100 down on the over.
I've done exactly the same thing.
53.5.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's middle of the second quarter.
Exactly the same bet for me, John. Now I've just done 100 and 100. I've got it wrote down here. So yeah, Miami. I think Miami win this outright. Actually wasn't that impressed with the Bills. We just shit the bed in that fourth quarter, and it went from 16 to 37 very fast. And I don't think you can do that against a Miami as explosive offensive what they've got. If the Bills find themselves 14 points down, it's going to be very tough for them to come back into that, I think. But that's just my opinion.
We'll see.
Shit.
All right, so moving on to the Steelers and the Houston Texans. Houston Texans got a big win last week. They're not looking as shitty as
no, they're not.
In the year
their
past.
defense is pretty good, and yeah, man, their running back, that dude is freaking badass.
We have for the injury report though, they are getting they're a little banged up. Middle linebacker Denzel Perryman is out with a hand injury, so is cornerback Trevere Thomas, and offensive tackle Laramie Tunzel, one of the best offensive tackles in the league, is also out. And this is what
didn't
kind
play
of
last week
scares
though,
me.
Jesse, did he? So
no, he didn't. But when you have a TJ Watt on the other side, and you got injuries,
He comes from the other side though.
but you're both their tackles are out. Okay, Josh Jones and Laramie Tunsil. This is in center. Michael Dieter is questionable with a chest injury. I think it's just going to be a little bit too much on the Texans. I think. Steelers are favored by 3 in this game. The over under is 41.5. I like the Steelers to win this game. I'm not going to put anything on it because the Texans defense, I'm not sold on Kenny Pickett whatsoever.
No.
I think this is going to be a defensive battle. It's going to be a low scoring. So if anything, I would lean towards the under in this game. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll throw $50 on the under.
Okay.
But I do pick the Steelers to win now.
Got you there.
I'll take the Texans and those points for $50. Because their defensive line, their ends should be able to cause some problems, but I don't believe in Kenny Pickett, and unless they hit the big play, they ain't doing jack shit.
So are you picking the Steelers to win? But
no, I'm picking the Texans, and I'm taking those 3 points. I'm not saying who's going to win yet because I don't really have a beat on that, but I do think it'll be a lot closer than that. I have a feeling that I think that the Texans could win this game rather handily. They won last week rather handily, and the Steelers, look, man, on offense, they just don't have anything going on. The only thing that they're able to do is they get a I hate to use the word lucky, but they get a lucky bomb. Guy comes open, flying down the middle, and Jesus Christ. There you go. That's what I think of the Steelers.
All right. Yeah, that's fair enough.
There you go.
Fucking cauliflower.
Fucking cauliflower. There you go.
Jesse's live feed. Yeah, go on. So for me, I'm the same. I'm going to take Pittsburgh in this. I don't want anything to do with this at all. I really don't know I don't believe in Kenny Pickett at all with his tiny hands. Or Houston.
They're like crab claws.
I know. I think CJ Stroud's getting a lot better now. He's seeming to settle in. He had a very good game last year. If you're going to bet anything, and there was player props in this, I'd probably put some money on a Tank Dell touchdown. He's played really well, and he's one of the guys I really, really wanted in the draft to Washington to get as a kick and punt returner. He was very good in college, but Tank Dell's showing out for them in Houston. So that's an underrated wide receiver. So for anyone who's playing fantasy, that might be a good pickup for you guys. But there you go.
We have smart people listen to this show. They know that one. Except for maybe, you know who you
are. We have the LA Rams traveling to Indianapolis. Indianapolis is actually a 1-point favorite in this game right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Tyler Higbee just signed a big contract or a contract extension for the Rams. There is reports that White Boy's coming back here soon off the IR. Not this week, though. One or two big injuries of note. Ryan Kelly, center for the Colts, and also the offensive tackle Bernard Raymond. They are both out for this game. I don't know what to make of Anthony Richardson. I don't particularly like him that much. I think he's a.
Is he starting, or is he going to be Minshew again?
No, he's back. He's back.
He's back. Is he?
He's back. He's back.
Right.
Give me LA in this game. It's only a 1 point. They're only a 1 point dog, but I'm going to take the experience and Aaron Donald to wreck some shop on that defense. Give me LA and I'll put 100 on it.
Okay.
Not sold on the Colts. Yeah, they've had a couple good games, but I'm just not sold on the Colts. I think they got away with one last week, just because. I mean, I mentioned the injuries that to that Ravens team. And it's why they won, because they had some really, really big injuries. So I think it's going to be a different story this week.
And it was an overtime win as well, wasn't it? That one against the Ravens at the end. So yeah, tight game that. John.
It was a very low scoring game against the
I just want to kind of rewind a little bit. I just saw this comment by Peter. Miami's offense looked like they were playing Madden on rookie last week. You're absolutely right. It was.
He was. Yeah. It's crazy.
You can always tell a guy when he doesn't believe in what he's saying, but because he keeps going there. That's how Jesse made that last bet. I'm going to take the Rams, but I ain't putting anything down on it whatsoever because I don't really know anything about Richardson so far. That game that he got hurt in, he'd already had 2 rushing touchdowns by the time he got hurt. He got hurt on the second one. So it's a possibility. They did play a really good game against the Ravens last week. It's a possibility that they hold things down and are able to contain Matt Stafford, and Richardson might be better than, I guess they think he's pretty damn good. Everybody thought he was pretty damn good coming out of college. But I'm going to go with the Rams, but I'm not touching it in any other form.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams as well in this game. I don't want to put any money on the actual game itself, as in like who's winning the game, but I will take the under. I think both these teams can be quite low-scoring teams. LA haven't really set the world on fire, and the Colts have been quite low-scoring both of their games. Anthony Richardson's not doing well with passing touchdowns. He has rushed for a couple this year. So again, still don't know what he's about. Is he just a mobile quarterback that's almost like a gimmicky running back, a Lamar Jackson type thing without a throw? I don't know. Obviously, Scouse is a big Gators fan, so he watched him through college and said he's absolutely 100% a bust, is where he was going with it. So we'll wait and see on that score.
Scouse is such a pessimist as Jesse is.
Yeah, I know.
He's like the Jesse of the UK. Yeah.
So for me, I'm going to stick $50 on the under on this one, and that's it. But Rams to win.
All right. Another fantastic game.
Great slate this week, isn't it?
Minnesota versus Carolina. Minnesota's favored by 4.5. Not really sure why, because Minnesota ain't won really shit.
Because they have so much potential and so much talent.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. There's a battle of 0-3 teams right now, so someone's got to win.
You'd think
you're going to have to put. I'm not going to mess with the spread. I think we all probably think that Minnesota will win, but you never know with Kirk Cousins, especially comes to the end. But I'm staying away from it. The over under is 46.5.
It's really high, I think.
Kind of.
It's probably because they're thinking that the Vikings are going to run it up like 30.
Yeah.
All right, because I will take the Vikings, and I will give those points 4.5. You say I will. They've got to win. Like you said, somebody's got to win, and that means it's going to be the Vikings. They've just got too much talent for them to keep losing the way that they are. They've played much better teams, and I think this time they get it all put together and they roll over a team that they should be much more talented than. I mean, they should be.
The Vikings defense is just so terrible, man.
That's true, but I don't see much over there in Carolina on their offense to make me really shiver.
Yeah, and Carolina and Bryce Young's been a major disappointment this year. So yeah, I'm definitely taking the Vikings.
Yeah.
Again, one of them games, the boys that I'm just staying away from. I'm not putting anything on this. I mean, Miles Sanders is a good running back. He's been playing quite well for Carolina. He's been doing the business, but. Yeah,
I'm going to put 150 on this game.
You're going to put 150 on this, John? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm putting 150. I know I'm taking the Vikings laying the points, and I'm putting 150 on it.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, and this is kind of confusing as to why the Buccaneers are a dog against the Saints. Give me the Buccaneers. Yeah, 3.5. Over under is 39.5. Very low under over under.
Well.
Car out.
I don't. Let me pull that up. Let's see.
It was Winston won it for half of that game, I think, John.
Yeah, no, he got
went out the shoulder, didn't he? Derek Carr.
Yeah, Derek Carr's questionable right now, but it's the
AC joint.
Yeah, but even with Derek Carr playing, why is I don't see any majors.
Pretty damn good, man.
Yeah, I don't see Jamal Dean is out. Sir Visa Dennis is out. Derek Pitts Jr. is out for the Bucks. But I mean, Devin White's is questionable with foot. But I still don't. I don't get this line. Give me the Bucks and plus the points. I got the Bucks to win. Yeah, I'm gonna put 200 on that one.
Okay,
it's a home team line. I'm not gonna touch it. Not with these two teams. I'm going to pick the Bucks to win, but that's all I'm touching. What's the over under on this game?
The over under is 39 and a half.
Yeah, 39 and a half. I've got it as Jesse. Yeah. So Jesse, that was 200 on Tampa Bay to win.
Yep.
And just a straight win. Nothing other than that.
I got them to cover. I mean, straight money line win. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Plus 152. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, for me, saying Tampa Bay don't understand both 2-1 teams. I think Baker only threw his first pick. He was like late in that last game. He's been playing okay. You know, he has been playing pretty good. So I don't believe in Jameis Winston or think Derek Carr's going to get the job done here. I know it's a home line, but
Taysom Hill, dude. Taysom Hill.
Oh Christ! For 4 years we've heard that, and I'm not interested. Yeah, Tampa Bay for me as well. I'll take those points.
Another must-watch game, and the Denver Broncos.
The two shittest teams in the NFL. Yeah.
The Denver Broncos are traveling to Chicago to the Windy City, and the Denver Broncos are favored by 3.5. I think this should be a pick'em game, to be honest with you, because both teams sucks. Yeah. But I'm going to lean. I'm going to lean with Denver. Not really. I don't know, man. Denver's just they got demoralized last week. Like it was maybe it's pissed them off, maybe it's gotten them some fire in their asses, but Sean Payton has
I don't know if that's what they feel in their asses, because you say that they got demoralized. I say they got ass raped. They got the limit shake. So
to lose by 50 in an NFL game is wild.
I know.
That is really.
If I could have said to you last week, I'll give you the Broncos in 49.5 points, you'd have fucking jumped all over. Of course, anybody would. The whole population would have.
Yeah.
What you taking in this? Are you doing any betting on this game, Jesse?
No.
No. Me neither. I think that right now the chances are pretty high that the Broncos end up in Omaha and think that they're actually in Chicago. Hey, this doesn't look familiar. I don't know. You never know with these guys, and I think that Sean Payton's probably going to be pissed off enough that they'll be able to put enough together to be able to. Good.
Cauliflower's hitting hard.
I'm telling you what, this man, Jesus,
the human fart box. Yeah,
that's what his games is.
Oh, it's games.
Commentary on the NFL schedule is what this is.
John, where are you going with this? Then come on.
All right, I'm taking the Bears to win at home. Fuck them.
Taking the Bears, good man.
But I'm not touching it. I'm not doing a thing with it. I'm just going to take the Bears because fucking A, why not? You know, I told you what I told you about Virginia McCaskey. Girl.
Yeah, let's go.
You're coming to town. Actually, she sold it long ago.
I'm going to take the Chicago Bears. I don't know why. I think they're two awful teams. I just want to see Sean Payton fired. I think more than anything. I honestly think he's going to get close to doing that if they continue the way they're going. I mean, they are hopeless, Denver. And, Russell Wilson is not Russell Wilson. So thank you so much for not signing him here, because that contract is wild. And unfortunately, they are in it for the long haul with Russell Wilson. And yeah, he is not there. I think Justin Fields, the same, is pretty awful. I think
what is this? His second, third year?
Yeah, he's his second, third, or might be his third year. He came out.
Third year. They don't protect him, and really, I don't see the offense really helping him out. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to do too many things all by himself rather than trying to use the people that are around him. And I don't know that he has time either. I really can't say because I haven't watched too much of him, but that's what I've read.
I'm sure he's got an absolutely horrendous stats as a starter as well. And I just think,
Ohio State quarterbacks just, in the NFL.
Yeah. Let's move on to this is kind of interesting game. The Browns are at home against the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are still beat up. Got multiple players out: Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Williams, Ode Awe, David Baggio, or Ojabo. Yeah, that's not. Ronnie Staley is out.
Staley is pronounced Gujwandba.
Yeah, okay. Odell Beckham is out. Kyle Hamilton is questionable. Now Deshaun Watson.
Kyle Hamilton.
He's got a back problem.
David Njoku, something happened yesterday.
Can't get over the hump.
That's right. David Njoku, something happened yesterday. He got burned or he went to the hospital. He's probably not going to play.
Really?
Yeah, something happened with like a fire pit or something. I got blew up in his face or some shit.
Oh, wow.
The Browns are favored by 1.5. And that seems right. I think the Browns will probably win this game. So give me the Browns covering and let me put 100 on it.
I'm going to put 100 on it too, and I'm going to take the Browns to cover. Their defense is pretty damn good. You know? And I think that while the rapist runs around and plays backyard football a little too much, their defense is pretty damn good. And last week, the Ravens just couldn't get the ball moving. They can't. I mean, I think Gus Edwards is back this week, but he missed half the game last week. So I think he's back in. But even still, they just don't have. Is OBJ going to play? I don't know.
Nope, he's out.
He's out. Zay Flowers has been having some good games, but you got to get in the end zone, young fella. You guys you're not putting up points, man. And I think that the Browns have got this one. I think that right now they've shown themselves to be the better team. Both offensively, they score more points, and defensively, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And last week, Tucker missed a field goal, so he is human and he is fallible. So, I mean, for me, I'm the same boat as you. Put me down for 100. Browns to cover. I don't believe in Baltimore at all.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the Bengals and the Titans. Titans are home dogs. It's what is it? 2.5. Over under is 41. I like the Bengals covering the points. I think the Bengals are getting back on track. We'll get to see Bengals. Irv Smith is out with a ankle injury.
Irv.
Damn it, Irv. The injury report for the Titans, Treylon Burks is out, of course. He's always out.
What a surprise,
Yeah. Tier Tart is questionable with a knee injury. Luke Guilford is out with a hamstring. And Danico Autry is also questionable with the groin. I like the Bengals. I think they're going to start getting back on track here, and it starts with the Tennessee Titans.
What's the spread on this game? Did you say
it's 2.5?
And the over
Titans are home dogs at 2.5.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. Yeah, give me the Bengals, and I'll lay that 2.5 points, and I'm just going to go ahead and bank that freaking they're going to get right.
I'm going to put 200 on it as well.
I'm not that bold. I'll put 100 on it. What's the over under here?
41.
No, I'm not touching that. That seems about accurate to me.
I've got you both down on the bets there, I believe. Yeah, so it was 200, Jesse, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Got you there. I'm happy with this. I think Cincinnati are going to win this. I'm actually going to take the over as well. I'm going to put 100 on the over, and I'm going to put 100 on Cincinnati and give them points. Give them points.
Mm-hmm.
So the same.
All right, LA versus the Raiders.
Las Vegas and LA.
Yeah.
Oakland, San Diego. Now that's a fight.
That's
a fight.
Exactly.
This sounds to me like a bunch of freaking people that are going to be standing around wearing too much polyester thinking they look better than they do.
San Diego is favored by 5 in this game.
Garoppolo, is he playing?
He's questionable with a concussion, but what's more worrisome is Derwin James being doubtful, Austin Eckler doubtful, and Joey Bosa doubtful for the Chargers. That's pretty big. I would hold off unless I don't know, man. That line seems just a little bit too funny for me, being all those, defenders for the Chargers being questionable. But, give me the Chargers for the win. I just don't know if I want to do, covering 5 points, though.
I'll take the Chargers for that, and I'll take them to cover the 5 points, and I'm going to put $200 down on that.
I have bad luck. We have bad luck betting on the Chargers.
I do. They got to come away from it sometime. And, Mike Williams is off the field. I'm hoping Quentin Johnston's going to be able to step up and do quite well because I picked him to handcuff the perpetually freaking disappointing Mike Williams, whom I benched last week because he sucks so bad. And he finally gets out and gets 120 points and a goddamn touchdown. And, thanks anyway, but you're out for the season. So I do like the Chargers. They've been so close, They are always what I say. They're annually the team with the most talent that can't do jack shit. And here they are with a team that they should roll right past. And I think they will.
Big AFC West game. And I'm gonna go
some wine and cheese groups.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Right. It's two fabricated fan bases, isn't it? I mean, as you said, this is San Diego and Oakland in my world. I mean, just what's the point in both of these teams?
Right.
To be honest with you, what is the point? Raiders have got a real big history. I get that. Chargers, they've just always been a bit of a has-been team, haven't they? So, yeah, we never do well. We never do well betting on them. So, but I'm still going to take the Chargers to win. I don't know.
They went to the Super Bowl once.
I know.
Stan Humphries, former Washington Redskin. He had a hell of a year that year too. But that didn't help.
The New England Patriots, the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are favored by 6.5. Over under is 43.5. I actually like the Patriots to cover in this game. Defensive back Jonathan Jones is out with an ankle injury. And on the other side of the ball, Tyron Smith is out with a knee. Zach Martin is questionable. And center Tyler Biadasz, or whatever, is questionable with the hamstring. So they're kind of beaten up on the offensive line. The Patriots have a really good defense. So I think this. I'll take Dallas to win, but I'll take the Patriots to cover, and I'll put 50 on it.
What was that spread?
6.5.
I'll take the Patriots to cover, and they might even win. The Cowboys have not got a touchdown to their wide receivers yet this year. They're very vanilla on offense, and they're very conservative. And, that could bite them in the ass with a team like the Patriots, who manages to hang around, even though they haven't won any games yet. They've managed to hang around with some teams that they should be getting beat up by. And I'm going to go ahead and say it that Mac Jones is going to pinch Micah Parsons right on the end of his dick, and he's going to be on IR for 3 weeks. That's that. I'll tell you what. I'm not going to pick a winner in it, but I will take the Patriots. And what did you say? 6 points?
6.5.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take the Patriots and the 6.5 points, and I'll put $100 down. $100 down on that.
I think that's the bet of the week. That I don't know how you couldn't take that. I mean, Dallas have looked awful. They've got beat by Arizona last week. How you're a 6.5 point favorite going into this? I'll never know. The Pats have got a good defense, as we talked about. Ezekiel Elliott going back to his former employers. I think he's going to want to get a bit of revenge there and say, "This is who I am." I'm actually going to take New England to win it outright, money line.
I can tell you this:
how much money are you going to put out on that?
$100.
the
I'm gonna
stadium
make
hot dog
3,
salesman.
whatever it is. Yeah,
Like
What is the mon-
$25.
Yeah, something like that.
You sounded so.
He was
your
confident.
Conviction. Yeah, it was.
It
was
wasn't.
very
No, and
confident.
then I pussied out at the end. Yeah, I'm with you. New England to win.
Gonna kick their ass. Sure, I'll put $25 down on it.
Yeah,
We can bet a soda. I'll bet you a Coke.
$10.
All right, game of the week here.
Indeed.
Arizona Cardinals are a 14-point underdog to the San Francisco 49ers.
That is wild.
That's big. That's a big point.
It's a massive spread. That
last week, the Arizona Cardinals were a 13-point underdog to the Dallas Cowboys, and not only did they cover, they kicked the Cowboys' ass.
They did. They handled them all game. They handled them all.
I don't think they've been as bad. I don't think they've been as bad as everyone's making out. So that win against them, game one, it's actually looking a little bit better now.
Especially after getting our ass kicked 37-0 6 days ago.
Now, who is willing?
Sorry, Mr. Sly. Didn't mean to slight you.
Who is willing to take San Francisco plus the minus the points?
I'm not giving 14 points to the Cardinals. I think that their defense is better than advertised. And, the 49ers, they are clicking on everything. They are very good.
Yeah.
14, I could see them winning by exactly that.
I can too.
I tell you what, though, just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and put $50 down on the Cardinals to cover that 14 points. Now, you know what? Fuck that. Jesse, I'm putting it down on the 49ers, and I'm giving those 14 points. Fuck it. Here we go. Here we go.
Give them.
Okay. How much you putting down on it?
$100. There we go. Let's go 49ers. Because you know what? Trevor Lawrence has been my quarterback in fantasy. I thought he was going to do something. I thought he was going to do quite well earlier in the season, and he hasn't done jack shit. So Mike Williams, who I mentioned earlier, is out for the season. So I cut him and I picked up Brock Purdy. So here we go, 49ers. Let's go.
I mean, 14-point head start to the Cardinals.
Fuck it. They'll erase that.
That is, McCaffrey could do that on his own. That's the point.
Is Deebo Samuel playing?
Yes.
I know he was limited in practice this week.
Oh, I don't know, actually.
Let me see him
as well.
Let's see. Deebo Samuel was questionable with the knee. So was
Kittle's been playing well. So
Ayuk is an outstanding number 2 wide receiver.
So was Elijah Mitchell and Drake Greenlaw. Demetrius Flanagan Fowles is questionable with the ankle.
Demetrius Flanagan Fowles.
That's an English name if I've ever heard of one. Mr. Flanagan Fowles.
The Viscount Flanagan Fowles
shall not be playing today due to a possible knee problem.
An issue.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll go with Cardinals plus 14.
Wow. Okay, you're going that way.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll put $10 on it.
Yeah, good $10.
Yeah, plus 14. $10.
What's that? 2 gallons.
What are you gonna make? What would you make on that? Genuinely, what would you make if you put the $10?
He'd make enough money to not even pay for the parking that he had to pay for.
I'd probably make like $3 off of it. Maybe, I don't know.
3. Shit. Yeah, that is
3.
That is wild.
No,
I'm just going to take.
25
I'm just going to take San Francisco. I don't want to put money on this, but it is a mad spread.
All right, I'll just put 50 just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it.
50 for the crack.
Okay. Talk him into 200.
50 for the crack.
Yeah,
50 for the crack.
Keep making fun of him. See if we can up him up. See if we can get him up to 200 or so.
Don't be a pussy, Jesse.
Of the
All right.
What's up the next game?
We got the Kansas City Chiefs.
I thought this was a big spread as well, Jesse. This one.
It should have been a big spread. It's smaller than I thought it was going to be. I think it should have been like plus 10, but it's Jets are plus 8.5.
Yeah,
over under is only 41.5. So I guess they're expecting the Jets to score 37 points, and the Chiefs to score 37 points, and the Jets to score 3 in this game because fucking Zach Wilson is
abysmal.
He's abysmal.
They didn't who'd they sign this week too?
Trevor Simeon.
Trevor Simeon. God damn it!
Wow, seriously?
Carson Wentz has to go. What? Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and rightfully so, Carson. So shut your fucking.
Carson Wentz will give him like 2 games decent. They'll at least a few games over 300 yards passing. I mean, but
Exactly.
Zach Wilson is just
once again to those people who like to take a look at Sam Howell and go, "Oh, he's just a fifth round pick and a fifth round pick." What was this guy Zach Wilson number 2 overall?
Yeah,
number 2 overall. Shut up about these fucking experts. God damn it. It's amazing. You might as well listen to people tell you what vaccines you should take. Vaccines. Listen to me. What vaccines you should take. You got watch this, Jesse. I'll stick my phone to my arm because I had a vaccine. Oh my God, I'm fucking turned magnetic. No wonder these people fucking make money off of you goddamn idiots.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs laying the points.
Me too.
And I'll put 100 on it.
I'm going to go ahead and put $200 down on that, taking the Chiefs, laying the points, and I am giving it the Taylor Swift effect. She's going to be there, and all of the Swifties are going to be there, and they'll be screaming when the Jets are on the field. And Zach Wilson will be trying to fuck some of them, and he won't be able to concentrate.
Exactly the same bet for me. But I'm going to go 300. I'm going to be bold.
Okay.
I think this is an absolute cakewalk for the Chiefs.
It is. Listen, I want to say one more thing about this game. I'm sorry, Scott. Are you finished?
No, yeah. I'm just going to say Pete in the chat there has nailed it with his latest comments there.
Oh,
100%. Yeah. So he's saying what is the over under on Taylor Swift references in this game? Because I'll take the over.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
Yeah.
I'll take the over. Taylor Swift mentioned by fucking Chris Collinsworth.
Yes,
oh my God.
Yeah. He says, does the loser of Denver Chicago go 0-17? Very good possibility there, Peter. Yeah, look, absolutely.
I'm talking right now to you NFL motherfuckers who sit there on TV and have the audacity to say, we run all these algorithms to come up with the best schedules, whatever the fuck. What you saw was Aaron Rodgers, and you've given us an overdose of the motherfucking New York goddamn Jets at the beginning of this fucking season, and you've given us way too much New York fucking Giants on national television to start this fucking season. I don't know who the hell is in charge up there, but my God, if this is what your algorithm is giving us, you got to realize 2 things. Number 1, fuck the Giants and fuck them forever. I think we're all unanimous in that, right? And number 2, the Jets will always be the Jets. Will always be the Jets. I saw a meme that LJ put up this week, which said it was a picture of fucking Aaron Rodgers and the poster for Gone in 60 Seconds.
That's what I was
brilliant. So there you go, NFL. You think we want to watch Aaron Rodgers play for the Jets? Every other one of us out here knew that as soon as he signed with the Jets, he'd never played more than 3 downs with the Jets. And what the fuck do you know?
You heard me say it when we were doing our predictions that I didn't think Aaron Rodgers was going to be on the Jets by the time they play us. And lo and behold, all right, moving on. Have we all made our bets on this one? Yeah. Well,
yes,
all right. This is kind of this game right here.
Monday night
football with more Daniel Jones.
Yeah, thank goodness I go to bed at 8:30 on weeknights. The Seahawks are only favored by 1.5 points, but I'm nailing the Seahawks, man.
This is in New York.
Yeah, in New York.
Yeah. So that means they have to go into the stadium and they have to throw all the Jets that have been sleeping in the locker room out for the next day, right?
Yeah, give me
a roommate.
Give me Seattle laying the points and put 200 on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say
Saquon is still doubtful, and Andrew Thomas, their left tackle, is also out.
Yeah,
not that Seattle has a good pass rushing defense or anything like that, but still.
I remember a couple of weeks ago when it was a concern of whether Saquon would be able to play. He was going to miss 3 or 4 weeks, and somebody said something to I don't know. I follow a couple of their people up there, some of their writers, about who would take over the rushing attack as the primary rusher, and the consensus was it was Daniel Jones. And dude, he ain't going to survive like that. He is a pretty good running quarterback. I'll give him that. He knows when to go, and he finds open lanes, and he's a lot faster than anybody thinks he is. But dude, you're not going to survive like that. Your team is terrible. I just can't see it. I don't know why. I think this is the game maybe that Vegas expects everybody to jump on the Seahawks. And I'm jumping on the Seahawks. I'll go ahead and take them. I'll lay the points. They're what? 1.5? Did you say 1.5 favorite?
1.5, yeah.
I'll lay those points and I'll take the Seahawks for $150. What's the over under on this game? 14?
14. Yeah.
14,
43.
43. So you're talking about a 23 to 20 game there.
My God. Yeah, for some. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the Washington game. Yeah, it's 47.5. Sorry.
47.5.
That's a lot. I think that's quite high.
At 43, I probably would have taken the over, but I'm not touching that. I will take the Seahawks to go ahead and cover for $150.
Yeah, I'm the same bet as Jesse here. Seahawks lay the points 200. The Giants are going to get boat raced. I mean, honestly, I don't believe in Geno. I don't believe in Geno that much, but he had a very good game last week, and he's starting to come around a bit as well. The thing with Geno is he got the contract, and it's like, show me it again. I need to see it 2 seasons in a row to say, yeah, Geno's doing his thing, and he is a decent enough quarterback. But you can always have that one quarterback who has a really good season and then just regresses back off.
He was a good quarterback coming out of college.
Yeah,
and he was a good quarterback
anywhere, John.
No, he hasn't. I mean, he got hurt with the Jets, and it's the Jets, and I don't care who you are. You ain't playing quarterback for the Jets unless your name is Joe Willie Namath, and that's the last one that I can remember that was any good. I don't know. There might be 1 or 2 in between there, but it's the Jets, and the Jets always end up being the Jets. So for me, I just think that fuck it. Go ahead, Scott.
I'm just saying Seattle defense is very good as well. So I think the Giants get absolutely boat raced in that game. It could get ugly quite quickly.
Let's hope so.
I got to thinking about the Jets and everything short circuited.
Don't worry.
All right, let's move to the game of the week.
Is it the game of the week?
No. The Washington Commanders travel up I-95 to Lincoln Financial Field to host to be hosted by the Philadelphia Eagles. Last year, Washington went to the Link and got away with the victory. The Eagles are probably
they didn't get away. They didn't escape with it. They took that shit.
They took it. But the Philadelphia Eagles don't have a short memory. This game, after they won, they partied on the bus. They posted all the videos and pictures, and then got in trouble for drinking beer.
And get in trouble for drinking a beer.
And if you
rather awful beer too, as I recall, like a Busch Light or something.
It was Busch. And if you think they're not using that as a little bit of locker room, what should I say, fodder?
You're right.
You're right. I think the Eagles are going to come out and try to put one on us, but this is an NFC East game, and funny shit happens in these NFC East games. You just never know. Eagles are favored by 8.5. Somewhere I've seen as high as 9.5. Boy, do I want the Washington Commanders to cover this game. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. I'm going to go with my heart on this, and I'm going to say we're going to cover. I will not put a damn dime on it, though.
No, but I will not put a dime on it either. Go ahead. Sorry.
But I mean, listen, we got a chance. They just got to play better than they did last week. That's the long and the short.
Yeah. Is the long, the short, the medium, the around, and the upside.
Score 2 touchdowns, and I won't be as hard on the Commanders as we were last week.
I think yesterday I picked 31-17 Philadelphia. I'll stick with that. I'm not going to touch the game. I don't bet on the Commanders games because I curse them one way or the other. If I bet on the Commanders to cover, they get the shit smoked out of them. If I bet on the Eagles to cover, they would. So I'm not touching it. I'll be watching tomorrow with as much hope as anybody, more than Jesse, I'm sure. I'm going to predict that in the chat. the first
Good play of the game.
dude. Yeah, honestly, sometimes it's
before
like
before kickoff, buddy.
Right, 1:09 p.m. Just
if you-
I'm out of here.
If you look back on the chat last week before we kicked off, you saw what I said. I said we're going to get crushed, and what happened?
We got crushed.
Yeah.
The thing is if you're going to expect it, and we all did, we all picked us to lose, and we're all going to pick us to lose again tomorrow. I'm assuming so. Scott, you haven't gone yet. Go ahead.
No, I'm absolutely picking the Eagles. We're just not. I'd love us to cover, as you both said, but this is going to be a very tough day at the office. Unfortunately, I've kind of mentally sat today and prepared myself for this and thought to myself, well, let's not get too downbeat about it. Let's just sit there. I'll probably have Red Zone on another channel, just sitting trying to watch that in the background, thinking. Trying to think about it, but I'm as hopeful as the next fan is. But honestly, I don't give us much of a chance this year. In this game.
No. Now I did pick us in the preseason.
Good morning, Yam. Good morning, Yam.
Oh, is Yam awake? Hey, good morning, Yam. How are you?
Do
we start too early for Yam on Saturdays?
I think we do. Peter makes a good point. This is a get through game for me. Get through it and go on to a big. Yeah, and we're with you. We're with you, Peter.
I want to see improvement. I want to see a little bit better in the quick game. I mean, honestly, I think yesterday what you said, Scott, was fantastic. You want to find Darius Slay looking Terry McLaurin's back pocket. I can't talk today. I'm sorry. I've had allergies.
You'll find him there. That's where he'll be.
Right. Yeah, that's where he is. So, I mean, we do have a puncher's chance in this game, but I'm not looking for a victory. So I'm not going to be getting myself all upset when things don't go right because I'm expecting them to not go right. I just hope to see a little bit better diagnosis and time of release for our quarterback. I want to see him get the ball out, and I want to see our offensive line pick up a little bit, and I want to see a little bit of help in the play calling. Show me this quick game. Show me this screen game that we've been hearing so much about. This quick game. Show it to me. Let me see it.
Yeah.
What was that stat we talked about last week? We're like third in the NFL in terms of how long it takes for our routes to be run.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So, everybody's got to adjust, and that's what I'm looking for this week, adjustments. If we don't win, okay, that's okay. Still 2-2 coming out of the first month of the season.
Still very early. Still really early in the season, and
Ron's the slow starter, right?
Well, I mean, listen, we started off 2-0. I think that's a good fucking start. Yeah, we have been starting off like 1-3, 4, 5-2, 5-1. So we are already ahead of the curve right now in what we've had in years past. So first quarter of the season,
we're going to hit a nice stretch here.
Yeah, that's true. And first part of the season, we come out 2-2. That is a win for us. That is a fucking win for us because now comes the team, and this goes for all the NFL. The first quarter of the season, man, you're not exactly hitting on all cylinders whatsoever. We're a new team, at least for the offensive side of the ball. It's a new team. It's new everywhere. So there is a chance that we can come out there and play very well, lose the game. We can play, have good moments, bad moments, and lose by 2 scores, and that's fine. What we don't want to see is coming out and just mistake after mistake after mistake. That's what we can't handle. We can't handle all these mistakes.
No turnovers.
Keep
the ball.
I mean, we have a turnover to that happens sometime, but not 4 turnovers, man. Let's
5. You got to limit that, Jesse. And you're right. If we can come out of it not with a demoralizing loss, is where I'm looking at here, where you absolutely know you've got your ass kicked basically again for a second week on the spin. If we can get away from that, and I don't want to hear about moral victories, but in some way,
I was just about to say it's sad. We're hoping for a moral victory here.
But it's a learning process, and as long as we see progress,
if you look at it in the long run, and when we did all our predictions before the season started, and we've all talked about,
I picked us to win.
You gave me the opportunity to be 2-2 after this game with the opportunity to win another 3 games on this next stretch, and you come out of that 5-2, I'd be delighted at that. I'd be absolutely delighted. I think if you said, right, here you go, you've gone through 5 weeks and you're 3-2, I would absolutely bite your hand off for that to start off with. No doubt about it, because 9 times out of 10, you'd have looked at that and said, well, we're going to lose to the Bills. I'm going to lose to the Eagles anyway.
Oh yeah.
That's just what happens. I mean, if you put a sensible head on and you don't put your rose tinted or your burgundy tinted spectacles on, that is probably where you're going to be. You're going to be, yeah, we'll lose to them 2, but we'll win the other 3. And I think that's still doable. It's still possible. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I do not have burgundy colored spectacles.
I do.
You do, don't you?
They're burgundy and black. Yes.
Well,
you did them on purpose.
Yes. I genuinely did. Yeah.
I want to see incremental progress in this game. We're capable of winning it. All right, we're capable of doing it. But what we need to see is what we saw last year when we did it, which is hold the ball, keep them off the field, which is the biggest thing. Keep Jalen Hurts and his group off the field, and throw on time. Throw on time.
That's it.
Throw on time.
That's it. Just be on time. Run the damn ball.
Run the damn ball.
Run the damn ball.
Now, Jen Leno, I want to drop one more phrase on you, Jen Leno. Block the damn defensive end. How about that one? Block the damn defensive end.
Well, it's gonna be this game is going to be won in the trenches, and I know that's a phrase that is used a lot, and it's like one of those like wide catch radiuses type of thing. But it truly is. I mean, if we can protect Sam and Sam can get the ball out and we can run block, I think we have a chance to keep this game closer than many are expecting.
I hope so. Nobody gave us a chance to win it last year. Nobody's giving us a chance to win it again this year. So let's hope we can win it again this year.
Let's do it.
All right. So we'll be back, Monday at 5:30?
Monday at 5:30.
No, we will be on right after the game.
4:05, 4:30, in between 4 and 4:30, I guess.
Yeah, somewhere right after the game tomorrow. Just pop on in here as soon as and we'll start trickling in, and we'll bitch and complain about it all the way to till you're tired of it.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll jump up and cheer.
Scouts will blow a gasket.
He won't. Scouts won't be here. He'll be on
a tube somewhere.
He'll be on a bus.
Yeah,
an opportunity for Scouts to be on camera.
Sweaty.
Jump at it.
Nah, he's staying over, I think. So I don't know where he'll be tomorrow night, but yeah, he's going to watch the game. So
we would love a live update from Scouts at the game.
Yeah.
Maybe we reach out to him.
Yeah, see if he'll turn on his phone and ask some people what they think of the Bleeding Burgundy podcast. And when they say, "What?" That's all.
What do you think about Taylor Swift?
Yeah, there you go. Taylor Swift.
All
right, Joe. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. I'll be chatting with you tomorrow during the game. Let's hope we got a good game. Let's hope the Commanders can hold their own and win.
Come out healthy.
Win. Yeah, well, we've been able to do that.
And sack Jalen Hurts 3 times at least. Come on, give him some sacks.
6 times. Let's make him feel that last name of his, Jalen Hurts. All right, all right,
Peter and Yam in the chat. Appreciate you guys sticking with us, and we'll see y'all tomorrow, hopefully
with a victory.